Hey, welcome to a new episode of He Said with me, Jackie.
And me, Alize. We are formerly known as Welcome to Warp Zone.
And did you know that according to research by Arizona State University and the University of Texas at Austin, analyzed data from a long-term project tracking showing less attractive people live shorter than more attractive people. If you didn't know, now you know.
That's not so fun, but a fact, I guess.
So, are you gonna live longer or shorter?
I'd say mid-range. I'll live mid-range, 25.
Actually, the research also said, I don't know how to put it, but not like attractive, but in the middle part of the attractiveness, you still live longer than less attractive people. So there you go.
That's crazy.
I know. Now, shall we go straight to small talk?
Yeah.
So we're gonna start with small talk, Alice. This week, I want to ask you what trait or behavior in someone gives you the impression that they are a smart person?
That's a good question.
I got a couple of things that I got the impression that he or she may be a smart person. First thing is how they dress. As I say, it's an impression. It's not really knowing the person that we're at the very beginning. But for example, suit and tie or uniform represent them. For example, like when you go to interview, you want to dress with suit and tie nicely because you want to represent yourself to get the job, right? So you always dress nicely to impress. So for me, the first thing is how they dress.
I think for me, it's how they act. It's all in the behavior. It's like if I feel like they're trying to outplay you and like trying to set things up, then I'm like, I'm gonna get that person. No, I'm joking. But it's also in like the conversation. If you feel like there's depth to what you can talk about, and it's not just small talk, that's like a sign of intelligence.
Yeah, a good conversation, isn't it?
Yeah, some shit like that.
The second one for me is kind of like touch on what you said is how they talk and how they walk. You know, when you look at fashion show, the model, they look straight ahead. They walk and they show the confidence side on the runway, right? That's how they sell clothes, obviously. But that's also give the impression that they're a confident, smart person to me.
Oh,
I mean, until you hear the model talk, then you know.
wow. Wow. That's some bullshit you just said that. Oh,
But they can fool you, let me tell you.
wow. That's some bullshit. Another sign of intelligence is like their problem solving, how quickly they can deal with shit.
Yeah.
And the last thing for me is like attraction. Like I think I'm attracted to intelligent girls.
How do you know they're intelligent, though?
They got degrees and shit. Well, okay, I'm talking about one specific girl, because but yeah, I think she's real smart.
That's kind of my next point as well, which is the skills they have. For example, a surgeon, farmers, or someone with the computer skills or tech person. I think those are smart people because if they're not smart, I don't think they can land that type of jobs. You know what I mean?
Well, we hope so.
Which lead to my next point, which is someone who land a high-profile job, for example, a CEO, a lawyer, a doctor. It requires you certain certification or education, right? So if you don't have those, you cannot land on those jobs. And for you to land on those certificate and education, you need to be smart. So I think a job could define a person to be smart as well. But again, most of my boss, they have a successful business, but they don't dress smart. So that's kind of a conflict going on. But you can fool someone by dressing nice.
Wow. You see, this I don't know what you say here. This is shade you're throwing at me.
never met you, so I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm a dumbass. I hear you.
So there you go.
Wow.
Thank
Wow.
you, thank you for listening to my small talk this week.
Shall we get to some news?
Yes, we shall.
What's the new news in the new news?
In new news, we have gossip and something related to TV network. So I'm gonna first talk about there are some shakeups in the TV network. Walt Disney Animation and Pixar will no longer develop any long-form contents for Disney Plus. So what does that mean is they will no longer produce television series, shows, make for TV films, documentaries, or miniseries, or limited series. A spokesperson for Walt Disney Animation said there will be some layoff in its Vancouver studio because of the company's shift in business strategy. One of the shows that got affected is the Princess and the Frog musical series. The Princess and the Frog was first announced in 2020, with Disney Plus planning to create a musical feature Annika Noni Rose replacing her role as Tiana, who is Disney's first black princess. Despite that, The Princess and the Frog remains a key property for the company. If you remember last year, the Splash Mountain attraction was removed at both Disney's US parks and replaced with Tiana's Bayou Adventure. There's also another unannounced feature-length project set to streak to Disney Plus that was scrapped as well. Walt Disney Animation Moana 2 was originally planned as an animation series before being reimagined as a theatrical release. This change paid off, leading to $1 billion at the global office. Pixar Inside Out also made $1.7 billion at the global box office, becoming the biggest movie of 2024. That proof animated movie has a bigger impact on the market than long-form content. Walt Disney Animation is still committed to one theatrical film release per year. Zootopia 2 is set to release on November 26, 2025, which is this year. A new Frozen movie is coming in November 2027. Also, an unannounced feature scheduled for November 2026 release, so we will see. So, beside Walt Disney Animation facing budget cuts, ABC News, which is part of Disney family, is also undergoing a staff restructuring. About 200 employees are being laid off, which is about 6% of the total ABC News Group and Disney Entertainment Network's workforce. There will be another wave of layoff coming before this summer. Luckily, some of the staff from ABC got scooped by the CBS network. For example, the former executive producer of Good Morning America, Tom Sibulski, became the president and executive editor of CBS News last week. If you look at some of the major companies, just this year, CNN laid off about 210 people. The Washington Post let go of just under 100 employees, and Meta laid off about 3,600 workers. So I guess the market is not doing great at the moment. Next is Armie Hammer revealed that he once tried hooking up with a guy. On his Armie Hammer Time podcast, Armie shared that he downloaded Grindr and got a lot of attention. According to him, he received a DM from a handsome French guy who claimed to be at the same restaurant as Armie was. Armie decided to give it a try. They met up and went to the restaurant bathroom where they met up. However, Armie admitted that the first thing he noticed was the French guy's beard, which he didn't like it at all. He mentioned that it was rough, and it helped him understand why women prefer when he shaves. On top of that, he said he couldn't get used to being intimate with someone who was same height as him and had the physique of a man. Ultimately, he couldn't go through with it and decided to call off the whole thing. For those who remember, Armie starred at the LGBTQ film called Call Me By Your Name alongside Timothée Chalamet. While this might seem connected to a role in that movie, but it's unclear if the hookup attempt has anything to do with it. Armie also has an upcoming movie with William H. Macy. The movie's title is called Frontier Cubicle. So we will see how it goes. And I haven't heard anything or haven't seen a trailer about it. So once we know, we will let you know. Last entertainment news is Lady Gaga is ready to be a parent. Lady Gaga gave an interview with Access Hollywood promoting her upcoming album Mayhem. During the interview, she said she really wants to be a mom and that it is her greatest vision. She also mentioned that she wants her kid to feel free to be themselves and grow into their own person. Gaga said kids are often told how to think, what to believe in, and even how to eat, but that's not how she wants to do it. Instead, she wants to let her kid figure things out and discover who they are by themselves. To achieve this, she wants her kid to know that she did her best to raise them while staying true to herself along the way. She doesn't want to shape their thought or tell them how to view her or the world. So Lady Gaga and Michael Polanski have been dating since 2020 and they got engaged last year. In an interview with Al back in January, she had also talked about starting a family with Michael. It would be fascinating to see how her future children grow. If you had children, I'll say, how are you going to educate them?
Holy shit, I don't know. That's why I don't have kids.
Shall we move on to newcomers?
Yeah, let's talk about some new games.
Yeah, talk about it, Alice.
Okay, so a few new games released this month so far. Starting from the 4th, there was 2 Point Museum. This was for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. This management simulation lets you, the player, curate their own museum, designing exhibits and attractions for visitors. Then there's Carmen Sandiego, which launched also on the 4th of March. It's cross-platform. PC, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, Switch, iOS, and Android. This game allows players to step into the shoes of the iconic thief Carmen Sandiego as she embarks on missions to thwart the evil organization Vile. If you're a fan of Carmen, now you know where to find her, I guess. And also on the 4th of March for PC, Knights in Tight Spaces. This title combines deck building strategy with tactical combat set in a medieval knights universe. Then on the 6th of March, there's Split Fiction. This is for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. This cooperative game follows characters Mio and Zoe as they navigate digital realms inspired by their respective writing genres, offering a mix of platforming, shooting, puzzle solving, and stealth missions.
Did you see the gameplay I posted in the WhatsApp group?
Yeah.
This game looks hilarious. I mean, it's exciting, but it's hilarious at the same time. The clip that I sent in the group, right, is about the two characters were in the motorcycle, then they try to escape something. So they need to disarm a bomb, so they have a cell phone to do it. And from the clip, so one person is driving through the motorcycle and the other person need to use the first character's phone to disarm. So there's a lot of procedure to do before you actually disarm it. In the video, they need to solve a capture to point out which block has the bicycle or something. And then you need to solve that. That's what I normally do if you want to buy something to prove that you're not a robot. And they need to do it. The game is so funny. And the second capture is you need to type exactly what the capture is showing you on the phone, and you need to type it really quickly. And then during that, when you're typing the capture, suddenly a known caller will call you. And basically, you either need to listen to it or you just hang up and stuff like that. I just think the whole thing is so fun.
So are you going to be getting this game?
No.
Fucking
I don't
Christ.
know. I'm gonna tell you after you tell us what's new coming out, but I will tell you at the end which game I'm looking forward in this month.
Okay, the last new game that came out, that I'm going to be talking about was Frag Punk. It's also released on the 6th of March for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. This game offers a fresh perspective on the hero shooter genre, providing innovative gameplay mechanics and engaging combat. So which of any of these are you looking forward to, Jackie?
I actually looking forward to a game called Insoi. I think that's the name of the game. It is a Sims game, but the graphic and the people, the city is like super realistic. And they integrated AI to the NPC so they can interact with you differently every time when you talk to them. So that's the game that I'm really looking forward. And it's come out this month, as far as I know. I think it's the end of this month. And yeah, that's the game I'm looking forward to get. Moving on to TV and movies newcomers. Since the Oscar took place last week, there's some behind the scenes moment worth talking about, I think. First up is the animated movie Flow. This film tells the story of a cat who escapes a flood and ends up on a boat with other animals. The cat must conquer the two biggest fears of his life: water and working with other animals. But did you know that Flow was created using the free open source 3D software called Blender? The director, Gliss Cibolotus, hired a team of young 3D designers who quickly adapted and learned the program within their first week on the project, which is a pretty short time in my opinion. Glynns began the storyboarding Flow in 2019, and the final edit was completed in 2024, just in time for the preview and Cannes. The animated film Flow went on to win the Oscar for Best Animated Picture with a modest $3.6 million budget. It trumped over Inside Out, which had a $200 million budget, and Wild Robot, which was made on a $78 million budget. In addition to the Oscar, Flow also won a Golden Globe, a Caesar, and several other awards. So you don't need a fancy program or budget to make a movie to win Oscar. Look at Flow. It did really well. Another movie I want to talk about is Anora, directed by Sean Baker. The film was acquired by a studio called Leon. Most movie studios promote their films with big budget campaigns, including screenings and fancy ads. However, Neon took a different approach by setting up a pop-up Anora merchandise sale. They used a tow truck parked in front of a Los Angeles auto body shop to sell branded t-shirts and thongs. Most studios would spend $16 million on a single film award season campaign, but Leon spends only $18 million on the marketing, distribution, and awards campaign for Anora. Even though this is still 3 times more than what Sean Baker spent on the movie itself, but it was slightly less than the $20 million the company spent on Parasite, who won the Oscar Best Picture, I think last year, I believe. Interestingly, Anora is one of the lowest grossing Best Picture winners in history, earning $16.1 million domestically and $41.4 million globally to date. However, Tom Quinn, the CEO of Leon, believed the box office number missed the point. He has confidence the film will turn a profit through digital rentals and licensing deals. Currently, Anora is number 1 on both Amazon and Apple digital platform. So that's pretty interesting, I thought.
Yeah, no, that shit, Nora was dope.
I really like it.
It's fucking amazing.
It's fun in a way. They don't try to be funny, but it's come out funny. I mean, I guess that's the clever way to put it in the movie, you know?
Yeah, it's funny, meaningful, interesting. It's like every character's got like themes to them and they carry through. And I don't know, it's a really good movie. Yeah, for sure.
Another news, after an intense bidding war, the upcoming Resident Evil reboot has officially landed at Sony. Zach Cregger will be the writer and director of this reboot. Zach previously wrote and directed Barbarian and an upcoming movie titled Weapons. Sony's Columbia Pictures secured the film rights, with Constantine Film co-producing and co-financing the project. Roy Lee and Maya Young from Vertigo Entertainment, along with PlayStation Production, are also producing this movie as well. Sony Pictures previously released all the Resident Evil films, which collectively earned $1.2 billion worldwide. This makes it one of the highest earning video game film franchise of all time, just behind the Super Mario Bros. Movies at 1.36 billion, and next to the Sonic the Hedgehog trilogy, which also earned 1.2 billion. Sony is very eager to push this out, and they have already set a release date for September 18 next year, 2026. This will be Zack Kragen's project, and they are planning to start shooting this summer. So hopefully we'll see soon. But it's kind of short, isn't it? They want to release September's next year for the movie, and they haven't even start. I don't think they start any drafting and planning, storyboarding, and nothing. And they want the movie out by next year. It's pretty eager to do that.
I mean, if you're gonna go hard, go big or whatever, right?
Yes, but I also don't want it to be rough at the end, the result. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they haven't been good so far, so what can I say?
Next, the trailer for The Last of Us Season 2 has been released, and it looks amazing. Greg Messine, the creator of the show, shared that Season 2 was primarily filmed in British Columbia over a 6-month production schedule. Messine and Neil Druckmann, one of the creators of The Last of Us game, talk about their effort to bring fresh surprises to both TV audience and gamers. Many players of the first game already knew that Joe's daughter would die early in the story, so it wasn't a shocking moment for them. This had led to creators to calculate moments that can surprise both groups. In Season 1, for example, Bill and Frank's standalone episode was a standout. Gamers didn't know much about these two characters, but the show gave them an in-depth development, creating an emotional side journey that resonates with both gamers and TV viewers. In Season 2, they will make a similar approach by expanding the story for a character named Eugene, who will be played by Joe Pantoliano. By expanding the story beyond the game, the show will offer fresh content for gamers and non-gamers TV audiences. There's a scene from Season 1 where Joe's supposed to meet with the therapist in the quarantine zone in Boston, but that scene was cut before filming. Pedro Pascal said that the scenes with Joe's therapist was supposed to be a beautiful way into the character and the walls that are guiding his traumas and losses. This idea of bringing a therapist back to the show will appear in Season 2, with the therapist being played by Catherine O'Hara. As of the show's future, Neil and Craig have considered splitting The Last of Us Part 2 into multiple seasons, but they haven't confirmed how many seasons the series might expand. And if you are wondering if there's a possibility of The Last of Us Part 3 game, Neil Druckmann said, "Don't bet on there being more of The Last of Us. That could be it." So
You never played The Last of Us.
I never played The Last of Us 1 or 2.
Go play The Last of Us.
Because of the TV show, that kind of made me want to play the game. I will check it out. The Last of Us Season 1 got nearly 32 million viewers over the first 90 days across all HBO platforms, received 24 Emmy nominations. Nick Offerman and Storm Reed both won awards for their guest performances in the series. Season 2 of The Last of Us will premiere on April 13th, exclusively on Max. Then I'm gonna talk about teaser and trailers and what's on. For teaser, Ballerina teaser is out. It is a John Wick spin-off movie. Keanu Reeves, Anna de Armas, Norman Reedus from Walking Dead are in it. Movie premiere in theater June 6th. A new Thunderbolt teaser is out. This movie will be out in theater on May 2nd. The Bear Season 4 and Noah Hawley's Alien Earth teasers are also out. Both shows will be releasing this summer on Hulu. For trailer, the trailer for CW Powerpuff Girl reboot and resurface online. This live-action Powerpuff Girl series was being developed at the CW in 2020 and was set to star Chloe Bennett, Tanner Perot, and Dolph Cameron as 20-something version of Blossom, Buttercup, and Bubbles. Unfortunately, due to the mass cancellation of CW shows, Powerpuff Girls was one of the shows that got axed alongside with the Arrowverse. As we talked about earlier, The Last of Us Season 2 trailer is out and it will be premiered in April 13. A new trailer for the studio has been released, featuring Seth Rogen, Catherine O'Hara, Catherine Hine, Bryan Cranston, Anthony Mackie, and Ron Howard. Seth Rogen stars a movie studio executive trying to push the studio forward with his vision of combining art and film. Mid-Century Modern, a TV sitcom trailer from the creators of Will and Grace is out. Matt Bomer, Nathan Lane, and Nathan Lee Graham are in it. You can stream all episodes March 28th on Hulu. There's a new medical drama titled Pulse is coming out. This series is set in Miami's busiest Level 1 trauma center revolving around a tight-knit staff working to save lives. This show is coming out April 3rd on Netflix. First 5 minutes of Mickey 17 has been released. You can watch it online. The Bondsman with Kevin Bacon trailer is out. It is about a veteran bounty hunter returning from the dead to recapture demonic criminals. You can stream on April 3rd on Prime Video. And Mobland trailer are also out as well. What's on right now? King Charles III have partnered with Apple Music to release his own playlist that features artists genre from 1930s jazz to Afrobeats, disco, and reggae. The playlist includes icons such as Bob Marley, Kylie Malone, Grace Jones, Davido, and Ray. The King's Music Room premiered on Apple Music One on March 10th and is available to listen for free. Apple Music subscribers can also enjoy it on demand anytime. In theater right now, we have Mickey 17, Night of the Superpocalypse in the Lost Lands. On video on demand, we have I'm Still Here and Borderline. On Netflix, we have The Russell Brothers, The Electric Stage with Chris Pratt, Millie Bobby Brown. Ki Hui Kwan is out. You can watch it this week, March 14 on Netflix. John Mulaney is in a celebrity sit-down talk show on Netflix. It is on every Wednesday starting March 12th. Coven the Hunter and Plankton the movie are also out on Netflix. On Hulu, we have Control Freak. On Disney Plus, we have Moana 2. Daredevil Born Again has also released on Disney Plus. On Paramount Plus, we have Better Man with Robbie Williams in it. HBO Max The Parenting with Lisa Kudrow, Parker Posey, and Brian Cox are in it. Others, we have All We Imagine as Light is on Criterion Channel. The Killer's Game is on Stars, and you can also watch Death Stranding 2 on the Beach special at South by Southwest panel in YouTube and Twitch. And that's my newcomers for this week. Next, we have Gamer News, and Alice is gonna tell us all about it.
Okay, this isn't going to be the usual type of gaming news, but I just want to talk about one of the bigger games so far this year. And kind of like in music, how big songs from last year still carry over. Right now, some of the bigger games, most bestsellers and most played games daily would still be Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Madden NFL 25, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, Marvel Spider-Man 2, and Minecraft, obviously maintained by Mojang. And then some games that are still catching traction as we are nearing their release date, such as WWE 2K25, which is releasing on March 14th. It's going to be on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, X and S, Xbox One, PC, so generally anyone can play this. Then we have Assassin's Creed Shadows. If you don't know anything about it, it's coming out on the 20th of March. Set in the 16th century feudal Japan, it features protagonist Naoi, a female shinobi, and Yasuke, a samurai, offering a blend of stealth and combat system. And then on the 25th of March, there is Killing Floor 3. This cooperative first-person shooter challenges players to survive against hordes of mutants in a dystopian setting. The game supports cross-play across all platforms and introduces weekly mutators to enhance replayability. So, if you like first-person shooters and a company that's trying to give you a monster of the week, and that's what I got for you.
Next, we're gonna talk about topic of the week. And this week, we're gonna talk about, let's say, Pokemon Unite Tournament experience. So stay tuned. Let's say you were in the Pokemon Unite Tournament.
Yeah, actually today, earlier today, the date of recording, the 9th of March.
Yeah.
Yesterday, our friend Sachava was trying to get us into the Pokemon Unite tournament, but we were working on the script, and then we both kind of finished, and either one of us would have played the tournament, so that was cool.
Yeah. So how many people in total in the tournament? Do you know?
In the tournament, I think it was 3 or 4 teams. We only played, I forgot what the team's name, but it was Flare Knight's team. That was our first match. That went really well, considering we didn't like practice anything. The next one was Zapdos, and then we beat them, and then they went into the losers bracket, and when we faced them in the finals, they beat us. So that, yeah, well, you know, we did okay.
Wait, so you beat them the first round, but what happened on the second round?
No, okay. So we beat them in the first match as a whole. We beat them. And then they went to the losers bracket. And when they came back and we faced them in the finals, they beat us.
That is a weird arrangement, isn't it? Like, because you beat them and they were in the loser bracket, but for some reason, your winner, you as a winner, still need to beat them again.
Well, the loser bracket only exists for everyone else to get a chance back into the tournament.
So, what does that mean, though? Like, what does that mean for your team? Are you guys like the winner, or
No, we're like second, I guess.
isn't that Flare nice team is called Our Bomb or something?
Oh, maybe it is. I have no idea.
So Our Bomb, the other team, you also beat them. So based on what you say, are they the winners of the game? Like with the tournament, I mean.
Zapdos is the winners. Yeah.
That is so weird because you beat them first. What do you think of team strategy in the game?
There's no real problem. Sachaba knows how the game works, and Halden's really good carry, and Med is very good. He can play like many different type of Pokemon, so that was good. Sato also very good. He was a really good Mimikyu. You know, they had to start banning Mimikyus and shit like that. So Sato was really good. He got quite a few kills in many matches and shit like that. He was great.
Can you tell us who play what kind of role in the game?
Yeah, so in Pokemon Unite, there's attackers, speedsters, all-rounders, defenders, and supporters. Sakaba wanted to play 2 defenders, 1 supporter, 1 speedster. So Halden played speedsters, then Sachaba and Med, they would switch between defender and supporter, depending on which defender was available. And I played defender, which I don't always like, but it was okay. And Sato played all-rounder.
Okay. So which Pokemon did you use?
Holland was our jungler. He would switch between any speedsters, really, like Absol, Meowscarada, Talonflame. Then they started banning Talonflames. What else did he use? Oh, Leafeon. He used Leafeon quite a bit. That was fun. And then Sato was mainly Mimikyu. And Sachaba, he would play, if he played defender, he played Snorlax. If he played supporter, it was like Clefable type things. Because you know how speedsters are so good, and now Clefable's gravity shuts down mobility moves. So that helped us a lot. Yeah, I played Blastoise. And when I couldn't play Blastoise, I played Slowbro.
And who did you guys ban again?
So we primarily banned Gengar and Snorlax. Flare Knight team, they they banned like Suicune. I think that was a mistake because I think in the
Yeah.
rule tournament we weren't allowed to use any like specific Pokemon weren't allowed. Like just a few, you know, like the EX Pokemon and stuff. So it was surprising.
And what did Zapdos ban?
I think they looked at our previous matches because they pretty much banned the Pokemon we used.
Oh no, whatever you're good at, they banned them.
So they banned Talonflame so that Halden couldn't take Talonflame and stuff like that. And then they would take Blastoise, so I can't take Blastoise.
Wow.
I'm not saying they did it on purpose. I'm just saying, you know, we watched them in the first match. So second match, they came very, very ready for us.
What is your impression of Album after you played with them in the tournament?
I don't think they had the usual players,
Okay.
but they seemed kind of funny in chat. So, you know, it was, I feel like they were having fun and stuff.
And what about Zapdos?
I don't know. They said GG's and stuff. It was chilled. I feel like we were really close to winning and we made some bad mistakes and Sachapa ran out of data in that last match. So we were playing
No,
with a bot Clefable. Yeah, it feels like we could have won. You know what I mean? Which is surprising.
you couldn't put a pause on the game.
No, I don't nah.
In a normal tournament, you can do that.
Yeah, in a normal tournament, this was like
Local.
you can see each other. No one can really tell each other right now what's happening. And if the job is the one that's out of data, and he was, you know, the team leader, he was the one chatting to them. With some of the other matches, Sato did disconnect and have to like leave the game and start the game again.
During a match.
And he still did great.
Oh my god.
He was gone for like a minute max, and then when he came back, he was like, I'm coming. It is what it is. But yeah, I feel like that last match, we could have won maybe, and then we would have that final third match.
I think you guys could won if based on what you told me had happened.
Well, we would have at least seen something different. Sachaba keeps like the team together well.
Okay, let me ask you who killed the most in the game.
It was between Halden and Sato.
Okay.
There was one match where Sato did like a lot, but Halden, I feel like consistently did over 10 or 10 kills a match.
He's a speedster.
Yeah, he was a speedster.
And the other person?
All-rounder.
So the speedster and the all-rounder killed the most.
Yeah, no, that was good.
In your opinion, who's the star player in the team?
I think it's probably Halden. He carried pretty hard. Med and I were okay. Sachava, he ran out of data, so that lowers his score.
Then who do you think is the worst player in the team?
Sachava, because of that last match.
Oh no!
That last match, man. Losing a Clefable, actually, it hurt. And he should show you the recordings, because our first match with Zapdos was fire. It was tight, and it was hard, and it was a little lucky, and it was a good match. It was a good match. Alright, hit me with that music, Jackie.
So music news this week. This is interesting news actually. 2 individuals have been arrested for stealing concert tickets. The arrest occurred on February 27, and the suspect has been charged with grand larceny, computer tampering, conspiracy, and tampering. According to the authorities, the 2 suspects used a third-party contractor for StubHub. With the contractor access to the StubHub system, they intercept tickets by stealing URLs for already sold tickets and redirecting the URLs to themselves. They then post the stolen ticket on StubHub and resold them for profit between June 2022 and July 2023. The suspect allegedly stole approximately 993 tickets to major events, including Taylor Swift's Eras Tour, Ed Sheeran concert, and Adele performances. They reportedly make more than $600,000 in the process, so quite a lot of tickets to be stolen as well. Second music news is Ariana Grande teases an Eternal Sunshine Deluxe. There's a rumor that Ariana had recorded a short film for Eternal Sunshine, kind of like what Taylor Swift did with All Too Well with the 10 minutes version for her music video. So we will see when it's come out and how it goes. After her husband passed away, Dolly Parton released a new song titled If You Hadn't Been There, dedicated to her late husband Carl Dean. Dolly shared the songs in an Instagram post along with some throwback photos of the couple. Dolly and Carl began dating when she was 18 and he was 23. They tied a knot in 1966 and were married for nearly 60 years. In her post, Dolly wrote, "He's in God's arms now, and I'm okay with that. I will always love you." Carl Thomas Dean passed away on Monday, March 3rd in Nashville at the age of 82. That's pretty sad, especially with someone that long and then pass away. New music out this week. For singles, we have Sweet Dreams by J-Hope and Miguel, Maniac Acoustic by Eddie Benjamin, Handlebars by Jennie and Dua Lipa, Beautiful People by David Guetta and Sia, Swing for the Fences by Elton John and Brandy Khalili, Future Tripping by Kelsey Ballerini, and GFY by Julian Michaels. For albums, this week we have Mayhem by Lady Gaga, Ruby by Ginny, and Pleasure by Treasure, and that's the music news for this week. Next, we're gonna have Rapid Fire.
On Fanatical, Dave the Diver is $9.39, and they also have a Platinum Collection Build Your Own bundle starting at 3 games for $9.99. Games include Dice and Fold, Sticky Business, Everwater, Lost But Found, Zero Protocol, and more. On PlayStation's PSN, EA Sports College Football 25 is $13.99. On US eShop, that's for the Nintendo Switch, Mario Day is on right now. You can save up to $20 or more on selected Mario Switch games through March 9th to March 15th. You can get Super Mario Odyssey, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury, Super Mario RPG, Princess Peach Showtime, and Luigi's Mansion 2 HD for $39.99. And Mario vs. Donkey Kong for $29.99. Then for all the anime lovers, there's Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. The Hinokami Chronicles is $14.99. God damn, that's why you gave me that one. God damn.
Okay, artists, we have Persona 5 Tactical Launch Edition for PS5 is $13.90 at VGP. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Adventure Pokemon Manga Box Set is 40% off, which is $35.98 on Amazon. Disney Plus has a discount bundle with Hulu for $2.99 a month for 3 months. It's eligible for return and new subscribers. At Walmart, you can get Goosebumps Dead of Night as a Switch game for $14.99. Pre-orders are live now for the Marvel Legends series Doctor Doom helmet at Amazon and other stores. It priced as $99.99. It's set to release on August 1st this year. As for DLC and subscription, title leaving Game Pass in 2 weeks: Lies of P, Yakuza 5 and 6, No More Heroes 3, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, MLB The Show's 24, Evil West, and Solar Ash. Prime Games free title this week lineup, we have Saints Row the Third, Mafia 2 Definitive Edition, Crime Boss Rocky City, Now You Build's Dungeon Master, War World, Symbaria The World Before, Endling, Station is Forever, Dark Deity Complete Edition, and Beholder 3. Donkey Kong and Mario Pit Cross also added to Nintendo Switch Online Game Boy library, so if you have the subscription on Nintendo Switch, you can play that. And that's the rapid fire. And final thoughts, Alice, what do you have?
Final thoughts. What is a sign that someone is not intelligent? Just give me one.
What is your answer?
It's people who like believe in crystals and stuff. I don't know.
For me, it would be people like show off. That would be a sign of an intelligence.
Interesting. Well, that's all, folks.
That's all, folks. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next week.
See you next week.
Soy un guerrero, nadie me puede parar. Con la fuerza en mi pecho listo para luchar. Romper barreras, no voy a dudar. Mis cartas están listas, estoy para ganar. La victoria nos llama, el miedo se va. Que yo soy un ganador, que yo soy un campeón. No hay nada que me frene, late mi corazón. Juntos como guerreros levantamos la voz, reventamos barreras, siempre en pos de Dios. Con voluntad firme, yo nunca me detengo, enfrento los retos, ahí yo me entrego. La perseverancia es mi gran aliado, inteligencia y fuerza siempre a mi lado. Levanto las manos, el triunfo es real. Que yo soy un ganador, que yo soy un campeón. No hay nada que me frene, late mi corazón. Juntos como guerreros levantamos la voz, reventamos barreras, siempre en pos de Dios. Con determinación, siempre en la misión. Así que ven conmigo, así es la canción. Con voluntad firme yo nunca me detengo, enfrento los retos, ahí yo me entrego. La perseverancia es mi gran aliado, inteligencia y fuerza siempre a mi lado. Levanto las manos, el triunfo es real. Que yo soy un ganador, que yo soy un campeón. No hay nada que me frene, late mi corazón. Juntos como guerreros levantamos la voz, reventamos barreras, siempre en pos de Dios. Con determinación, siempre en la misión. Así que ven conmigo, así es la canción.